Silverstone for this exciting British Grand Prix. And it's bad news for racing fans, as number 9, Nelson Davretti, is back in the pits again.
Nelson, look, I know your family are very important to you, but don't you think they're holding you back a bit?
Complaining.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not complaining at all.
Good.
It's just that it's the first bridal suite I've come across that's got bunk beds.
Here, Shane, have you heard? Des O'Connor's got a protest record out.
Do me a favour, Des O'Connor, a protest record?
Yep, it's true.
Des O'Connor, a protest record?
Well, everyone I've played it to has protested till I've taken it off.
In this week's Celebrity Chat, we talk to Angie of EastEnders and ask why they named the Queen Vic after a gay chest rub.
My hair is always sticking out and my tie is all screw-in. I wear these huge and crumpled suits that never seem to fit. I've got a massive telescope in my observatory, but the first love of my life has always been astronomy. Astronomy, oh my, I love to watch the sky. I love to see the stars at night through my one open eye. Astronomy, I say, it's no good in the day. It's only when the sun goes down that I come out to play. I like the Seven Sisters, and I adore the Old North Star. And when I'm near the plough, I sometimes pop in for a jar. I'm sure I saw a comet once, its tail gave off a glow. But it might have been a jumbo jet, we simply do not know. I so enjoy a galaxy, and I love the Milky Way. And a Mars a day will help me when I work, rest and play. But when there's too much cloud about and I'm stuck here on my own, I put away my telescope and I bash the xylophone. Hit it! Some stars make up Orion's belt, they're visible in June. I'm sure they hold his trousers up, or else you'd see the moon. I love to view those bodies which are simply heavenly, like Mrs. Higgins' daughter down at number 23. Astronomy, oh my, I love to watch the sky. I love to see the stars at night through my one open eye. Astronomy, I say, it's no good in the day. It's only when the sun goes down that I come out to play. Astronomy, oh my, I love to watch the sky. I love to see the stars at night through my one open eye. Astronomy, I say, it's no good in the day. It's only when the sun goes down that I come out to play.
First time, is it, mate?
Yeah.
What do you want?
A cigarette?
No, I mean a boy or girl.
Oh, I don't care as long as it's healthy.
Very commendable. What does the wife want?
Wants a divorce.
A divorce?
Yeah. That's my secretary in there.
What are you doing, George?
My throat needs clearing.
Your throat needs cutting, George. But, George, why don't you just pick the newspapers up and read the news from there?
Although I don't like the newspapers, they're dirty.
Yes, my favourite one's the news of the world.
And I don't like those TV critics. I don't like the knockers.
Well, you wouldn't like the Sun or the Star, would you, George?
Here is the news at 10. Excuse me.
What are you doing, George?
I'm just scratching my nose.
You not. You're picking your nose, George.
I'm not. I'm scratching my nose. I'm looking for inspiration.
You won't find it up there, George. George, can I have a bong?
Pardon?
A bong, like they do on the news, George. When the newspapers come out of the news programmes, they go pum, pa, pa, pum, 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 pa, pum, pum, bong.
Oh, yes. You do the bong and I'll do the news.
This is the news at 10. Bong.
Good evening. Here is the news. Pandemonium broke out today in the Blue Peter studio when Mark Curry forgot to bring along 2 squeezy bottles, 2 cereal packets, a roll of sellotape, and a pair of scissors. So instead of making light work of himself,
He made a white Burke of himself.
some more news, Dustin. Rupert Murdoch has decided that all the girls featured in his newspapers must wear their clothes.
So that's the end of the news.
This is News at 10.
With George and Zippy. Goodbye.
Bye.
Listen to me, people. I've a deal for you. A tatty little Sammy with an outside do. That's not how we describe it on the sheet, you see, because we're the agents selling off this property. You'll be captivated by our easy charm, a little reassurance, and a load of smarm. Well, none of it is genuine, we just pretend. So come on, people, tell me what you wanna spend. Gotta rip you off when we sell it off. We got to sell, we got to rent, we got to let. Yes, rent, and the maisonettes.
Rest, maisonettes.
This lovely house is near the shops, or so we say.
So we say.
It's sliding down the hill and getting closer every day.
Getting closer every day.
Ignore the cracks, the house is simply settling down. At this rate, it could settle in another town. There's hot and cold water at your beck and call. So what if it's running down the bedroom wall? No reason you should worry about the worm or rot, because I know for a fact that it has got the lot. We're going to rip you off when we sell it off. We've got to sell, we've got to rent, we've got to let. Yes, we're Desres and the Maisonettes.
Desres, Maisonettes. Desres, Maisonettes.
What about this garden? Ain't it tidy and neat? Did I say 50 meters? I meant 50 feet. The central heating system has been newly installed. I'm sure the dreadful smell of gas is nothing at all. So if you've got a house to sell, we'll do that for you.
Oh yes, we'll do that for you.
It costs you very little, just 1,000 or 2. We place an ad with 20 sheets of people to call. We make a lot of money just for doing that all. We're gonna rip you off when we sell it off. We gotta sell, we gotta rent, we gotta let. Yes, we're Desres and the Maisonettes. We're gonna rip you off when we sell it off. We gotta sell, we gotta rent, we gotta let. Yes, we're Desres and the Maisonettes. Desres and the Maisonettes.
You know, we get some really awkward people in here these days, don't we?
Oh, you don't have to tell me, lovey. We had a woman in yesterday. Oh, she was awkward. You know what she said? She said, I want to look like Barbara Streisand.
So what did you do?
Well, I smacked her in the nose with my hairbrush.
And all because the
lady loves milk chocolate.
Ladies and gentlemen, my companion, Lord Charles. Come on.
This is lovely to be here.
It certainly is.
Sober.
I certainly am.
You know, I've just joined Alcoholics Anonymous.
Really, what do they do?
Yes, but they still let me drink, but under a different name.
Don't you ever get a hangover?
No, I found the answer. I never stopped drinking long enough to get one. Anyway, what are we going to do today?
Well, you're going to sing while I'm drinking.
Are you really? By Jove, that's damn clever.
You're going to do a little song called Bye Bye Blackbird.
Yes, 10 to 1, it'll come out Guy, Blackbird. I say, you're not going to drink that, are you?
Yes?
Would you know what it is?
It's milk.
Would you know where it comes from? Cows, the dirty, stinky, smelly creatures. They don't care what they're treading, you know. Yes, you don't mind if I look away while you do this, do you? Yes. Pack up all your cares and oh, here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. When somebody waits for me, August wind, so she. That's not the trick glass, you silly old.
Darling,
Yes?
before we go any further, there are one or two things I'd like to get off my chest.
Ooh, I should hope so.
Darling, I'm serious. Now come and sit down here.
Darling.
I've got a confession to make.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a bit of a wild thing, you know. Late nights, parties, drinking, that
doesn't
sort of
matter.
thing. And there have been other men. Well, 50 or 60, I guess.
Darling, you told me all this 2 weeks ago.
It's the past 2 weeks I'm talking about.
Guess what I got for Christmas? An action man. Here he is now. It's playtime. Come on, action man. Let's see some action.
8 million albums in the last 6 months, and we're working at TVS. Yeah, I know, but who is this Bobby Davro? No, I don't think that the fact that you posted the head of entertainment's got anything to do with it. No, don't cry, Simon. Simon, don't cry. But we've got a gig to do. Goodbye.
If you want a man who's got the looks and the style, if you want a man who's got the widest of smiles, if you want a man whose ego sticks out a mile, then baby, here I am. Whoa, 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 whoa. If you want a man who's always smashing a bug, man who starts a punch above the one or two jars, always nicking girlfriends from the bed and the stars, then baby, here I am. I'm a hit, I'm a star. I get drunk and smash a bars. I'm so cool, I'm so slick. I'm a fool, I feel sick. Oh baby, here I am. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you want a gorgeous hunk who really can't sing, man who's better left alone to do his own thing, you two would go solo with a part. sick. I'm a fool, I feel sick. Oh, baby, here I am. Don't you know? Oh, baby, here I am.
Last request before you are shot. Yeah, come here. Can I stand behind the wall?
Now you can keep in touch no matter where you are in your house with the all-new Remotophone. On your patio, in your garage, even at the bottom of your garden. Remotophone keeps you in touch any time of the day or night. Remotophone. It's for you to stay in touch.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you've all seen the ordinary ventriloquist project his voice from one side of a room to another. But tonight I shall be attempting something far more difficult. I referred, of course, to the travelling scream.
Excuse me, Cap, I didn't wish to interrupt your oratory. Are we doing a toothpaste commercial?
No.
Then what am I doing in this damn tube?
You are about to become a travelling scream.
Am I really? By Jove, does that mean we're going to be travelling around the country making people laugh?
Well, you're going to be doing the travelling. I'm staying here.
I know it sounds silly, but I just remember what this damn tube thing reminds me of.
What's that?
It reminds me of the most grotesque act I ever saw in the circus. You'll laugh when I tell you. They fired this poor chap from a cannon, and he flew through the air and he bashed his head, and he's never been right since, you know. Just mind you, he must have been a damn fool to get in the cannon in the first place. Hang on a moment. A bizarre thought has just occurred. This is one of these damn cannons.
Look, don't worry. You're perfectly safe. I've got the net.
The net? You call that a net? Get me out, you silly owl. Get me out. You can't do this to a man of my caliber.
Ladies and gentlemen, the travelling scream.
I wish I could fly way up to the sky, but I can't.
Nothing would convince me I would still be here. I never thought that I would last this long. But if all those West End shows where I appear, I always get to sing the one-hit song. Looking back in that street, imagine that we did, with rice and leather writing all those songs. How could a tiny person ever get so big? I guess it is the proof we have known all along. Don't be so cruel. You know it's true. Don't be unkind. One day you'll find you're only jealous, or you're out of your mind. But in the end, it's money we have to put away for security. I guess you have a valid point, Elaine. You know it's so
I'll name that tune in one. Name that tune.
Oh, hello. Drippy Duncan here. Welcome to another edition of Norvell Cuisine. Well, today I'm going to show you how to make a nice meat pie, followed by something fruity. Well, I often have been. But first, the pie. Now, the first thing you need to do is go and have a word with the fella that sells you your meat. Your butcher. Well, you're a lot butcher than I am anyway. Tell him you'd like to see his best friend in the window and see what he says. Now then, once you've got your meat, lean back. Once you've got your meat, you need to cut it into small pieces. Now for this, you're going to need a mincer. I don't know where mine's got to, but don't worry, because I've got one I've already prepared here. Now then, pop your mince into the bowl. That's it. Now to this, you need to add an onion. And here it is. It's a big one, isn't it? That's going to make my eyes water. And cut it up. Now, get your chopped onion and sprinkle it on top of the meat and mix it in. This is the messy bit. Now, just to be on the safe side, I went out and bought some condiments. Condiments are very important if you're going to be adding a bit of spice to your cooking. Now, always remember, if you've got some meat left over, you can, of course, make meat patties. That's rissoles to you. Now, the pie crust. Now, I always use puff pastry myself. I don't know why, I just do. And the most important thing is to have a good quality flour. Mine's self-raising. Now then, roll your pastry out on your board. This is good exercise for you. Big and strong. And get your pie and stuff your meat in. There we go. I like this bit. Now, to this, you need to add the top of your pastry. Hold it like that. There we are. Now, pop that firmly on the top and cut off the excess. There we are. Now then, you can, of course, make all the edges crinkly, especially if you open the oven door a bit quickly. Pop your pie in, top the oven, and let it cook for about an hour and 20, and you'll have your meat pie ready. Now, while that's cooking, I'm going to talk about the dessert, because today I'm going to surprise you with a banana. That's right, my banana surprise. For this, you need one banana, here he is, and a bowl of whipped cream. You can, of course, use double cream, but I prefer getting whipped myself. Pop your banana into the blender. Add your cream. There we go. Now, while that's whizzing round, you whiz round to your off licence and get yourself a bottle of brandy and add that to it, and that'll make banana surprise. So what's the surprise, I hear you ask? Well, the price of the brandy for a start. Well, that's all for this week on Norvell Cuisine. Next week, I'm going to be showing you 16 things to do with a salami sausage. So until next week, bottoms up.
Do. I'm in two minds. One half of me wants to whisk you away to a hotel and make mad, passionate love to you. The other half, I get pangs of guilt. After all, I do have a wife and two wonderful children.
Well, don't worry about it. I'm a big girl now. I know the score. I'm not going to try and ruin your marriage or anything.
I know that, but I just can't help the way I feel.
Neither can I. Look, let's just let it happen, shall we? I promise your wife will never know.
I wish I could believe that, but I just don't know what to do for the best.
Look, I think we better order. The waiter's ready for us.
Oh, I can't decide. What do you recommend?
Well, if I was you, mate, I'd take her back to the hotel.
Pardon?
I have a problem. I've been under the nurse.
Ah, I entirely understand. Yes. You don't want your wife to find out. Oh, don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
The nurse wants me to try something new.
Well, I don't think we ought to hear the sordid details.
It's my voice.
Well, I know it is. Why are you whispering?
Look.
I say, hang on a moment. Isn't that supposed to go behind your ears? I hope you're not turning into one of those Nancy chappies.
I've lost my voice.
Have you really? By Jove, that's dashed careless of you. Where did you lose it?
It's gone. I can't speak properly.
Ah, well, this could be somewhat problematical. I'm surprised you can say that. Well, you're a ventriloquist, aren't you, old chap? I mean, if you lose your voice, how are you going to do the act?
I thought... Oh, I've been a fool.
Well, we all know that.
Of course I'm a ventriloquist. All I've got to do is switch voices.
No, you can't do that. You can't switch voices in the middle of it. What have you done, you silly horse?
By Jove, that's better.
Morning, brother. Morning, brother.
Does he always speak like that?
Yes, he's our deep fat fryer.
I do hope you've remembered your mates.
Of course I have. Right, lads?
Gold for the newly born. Frankincense for the newly born.
Would you accept this book token? I didn't know what else to get him.
I wish I were a superstar. I don't know why I'm not. But after all, I've everything that Michael Jackson's got. Like him, I've got a monkey. He's a funny little chap. I've also got a little snake, but I can't show you that. I've got a furry llama that I call my little chum. Guess where I've stuck his Jim Jams? No, you're wrong, it's in his thumb. Chase me, chase me. You wanna touch me, don't you? Chase me, chase me. You can't take your eyes off me, can you? His tent is full of oxygen, but mine's a lot more fun. I use it when I'm camping. Here, do you lads want to come? So what about these dancers, eh? I think they're great, don't you? They think they stand no chance with me. I'll tell you what, they do. Chase me, chase me. You want to touch me, don't you? Chase me, chase me. You can't take your eyes off me, can you?
New Jofco, the dandruff shampoo. We washed one half of a person's hair in ordinary shampoo and the other half in New Jofco. After 3 weeks, at the side where the ordinary shampoo was used, the dandruff was still there. At the side using Jofco, the dandruff was still there as well, but it was a hell of a lot cleaner. New Jofco, for cleaner, shinier dandruff.
All these carpets must go. All these rugs must go. All these linos must go. Why? Because they're rubbish.
Well, it's a man that combs his hair.
And he wears coloured shirts.
And he spends all of his time with other men.
And he kisses other men.
And he takes showers with other men, and they all enjoy it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you join us at a very dramatic moment. I'm about to give you a demonstration in advanced ventriloquism.
Are you really? By Jove.
I will start with the famous voice from the suitcase.
Do you think I could come out and watch this?
No, the wilder voice from the suitcase.
Am I really? By Jove, damn clever, isn't it?
Now, notice, if you will, ladies and gentlemen, the variation in ventriloquial volume as I open and close the lid of this case.
Oh, well, if you're going to close the lid, perhaps I better get out.
Into the case.
What are you doing, you damn fool?
Into the case.
Oh, gosh, I wish you'd wash my socks.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the world-famous voice from the suitcase. Are you all right in there? Hello. I said, are you all right in there? I must emphasize, ladies and gentlemen, that this is something no amateur ventriloquist should attempt. You want to come out, don't you?
Oh, Charlie, tell him to go away.
You can't shove off your silly arse.
Hello, and welcome to a special edition of Christmas Crime Watch OK. And we're joined in the studio by the head of Scotland Yard, Chief Superintendent Al Jolson.
Good evening, Gloria. And festering greetings to you all.
Well, we hope you've had a nice Christmas, Chief.
Yes.
Tell us, did you have a big bird?
No, I spent it quietly with the wife and children.
And did you get the children a tree?
No, they live in the house with us.
Well, Christmas is a holiday for most people, but I suppose one could say that the criminal never takes a holiday.
I disagree. My bella's full of them.
No, what I meant was the criminals were busy over Christmas.
Oh, yes.
Tell us about the shoplifters, Chief Superintendent.
Certainly. These shoplifters appear in all the big department stores. They usually operate in gangs. And one of the members of the gang makes a small diversion by making an explosion. And during the bang, the rest of the gang help themselves.
Have you any advice for shoppers if they see this happening?
Yes. If you think it's a gangbang, don't get involved. Call the professionals.
Have you caught many shoplifters?
Oh, yes. Well, this Christmas alone, we've caught over 7,000 shoplifters.
Is that a record?
Pardon?
Is that a record?
No, it's me talking.
Well, out of that 7,000, were there any wrongful arrests? And if so, it wouldn't be the first time an innocent person was apprehended on a shoplifting charge, would it?
Oh, indeed. No, this is a very rare occurrence, which happens frequently. It's not as often, it is simply the work of an overzealous security guard. But let's face it, mistakes do happen. After all, the police are not human. No one is inflammable.
No, you're quite right. Well, with the new year comes another problem, drinking and driving.
Terrible problem.
Tell us, what drives a man to drink?
Well, usually it's a friend's car, but sometimes they will.
Will you be keeping these drivers under surveillance?
No, but I will be keeping my eye on them.
Well, as the old year leaves us, Inspector, have you any advice for the new year?
Yes. I would ask the listening viewers to make a New Year's revolution. Keep your eyes shut for anything suspicious. Help us to help you, to help them, help themselves. Keep crime off the streets. Do it on the pavements. And one last tip. If you're thinking of driving, make sure you've got a car.
Yes, well, fortunately we've run out of time, and so it's good night and a happy, safe new year from me, and I leave the final words to Chief Superintendent Al Jolson.
Oh, thank you very much, Gertrude. I would ask the listening viewers once again, if you have any information regarding crimes perpetrated in your area, don't hesitate to telephone this number, with a team of witness A team of British telecom operators are on hand to keep you waiting absolutely ages. Incidentally, all your calls, of course, will be treated with the utmost confidence. Which reminds me, thank you to David Morris of 58 Marston Court, West Hampstead, for the Brixton Bank tip-off. Nabbed the villains we did. Oh, and one last tip for our male viewers. Don't overdo it at the New Year's Eve party, lads. If you pull a cracker, make sure she's over 21. Happy New Year!
tonight's special guest, Barry Manilow.
I write the songs that make my fans all swoon, with clever words that rhyme like moon and June. With crappy tunes like this, I can't go wrong. I write the songs, I write the songs. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome somebody I met in a swimming pool, and I thought was a shark, but she was swimming on her back. Barbara Streisand!
I sing songs to people around the world. I star in What's Up, Doc and Funny Girl. I hold some notes that just go on and on. I sing the songs, I sing the songs.
But it's not the songs or voice that makes us the people's choice. It's not the laggard hair or winning smile.
Not the way we swing our hips or the sounds that cross our lips. It's that extra something sticking out a mile.
We've got big hooters, you can see them here. Mine's just like Concord.
Mine's like South and Pier. We'd kiss each other, but we can't get close.
We got the nose, we got the nose. I'd grow a big mustache, but I'm afraid the hair won't grow because it's in the shade.
It's really dreadful when we've colds because
we got the schnoz, we got the schnoz. And my sound's not from the Bronx, it's from way inside my conch.
Shall I blow it 'cause I'm nearer it than you? And I guess my ideal suitor wouldn't need to have a hooter.
Well, you're right, because you've knows enough for two. But we're successful and we just can't lose. If we could pick our nose, it's these we choose.
We'll just keep entertaining even more.
Streisand and me, get up your nose. We got the nose. We got the nose. We got the nose. We got the nose.
When was the last time you saw a train with a flat tire? When was the last time you saw a train stuck in a traffic jam? When was the last time you saw a train run out of petrol? And when was the last time you saw a train get nicked for speeding? In fact, when was the last time you saw...
Yes, please, miss. I'd like a packet of, well, I think you know what I mean, a packet of eight. You know, a packet
Eye
of...
ointment?
No.
Cotton wool?
No.
Cotton buds?
No. I want a packet of...
Contact 400?
Oh.
Coconut oil? Cloth mixture? Tonic drops? Cold plaster? How about sunflower?
Very big welcome once again to our husband and wife quiz game, Mr. and Mrs. And approaching me right now is our very first married couple on today's show. A jackpot of £2,200, and it's Stanley and Margaret. Stanley. Hello, Stanley.
Oh, hello, Derek.
Margaret, lovely to see you.
You can call me Madge.
Stan and Madge. And you're from the Midlands, Birmingham area?
Sorry, right. Old Derek, yes.
Lived there all your life?
Not yet, Derek, no.
Who's going to pick?
Yeah,
Get off.
you pick.
I will, Derek, thank you.
Right. And 33 years, I believe, of married life now.
Oh, that's right, Derek, 32 years. The train robbers didn't get that long, Derek.
Who fancies answering the questions, then?
I am, Derek.
You
will,
are.
Derek.
You are. Well, that means, Stanley, you're going off to the soundproof booth over there. Our lovely hostess will take him away, Madge. He won't hear a word you say about him.
Good luck.
There he goes. £2,200 in his jackpot. We wish you the best of luck, Madge. Are you ready for all this?
Hope so.
Right. Mind you, I bet you know all about him after 33 years, don't you?
Oh, yes, that's right. You get to know about all his little habits. Get to know about his snoring and his bad temper.
Oh, dear.
I even know about the other woman who's been suing up his allotment.
Yeah, well, we won't go into that. If we're ready, let's play Mr. and Mrs. First question. It's about claustrophobia. If Stan was to find himself in a confined space, such as a lift, or a telephone box, or even a soundproof booth like we have in the studio here now, how would he react, do you think? Would he be perfectly all right, totally relaxed about the whole situation? Or do you think he'd be worried a little bit, perhaps, but too proud to show it? Or do you think he'd go totally berserk and scream the place down? What do you think he'd do from those three?
No, I don't know. I don't think he'd go berserk, Derek, no.
No.
He might be a little bit all right, but no, nobody would ever know.
No, so you think the answer then is the first alternative. He'd be worried but too proud to show it.
Yes, that's right.
That's our
Definitely.
Stan. Well done. Question 2, Madge. It's all about toleration. Oh, by the way, I didn't ask you, but does Stan smoke at all?
Well, actually, he used to, actually, but the doctor advised him to give it up, so he hasn't smoked in years.
Oh, well, that's interesting, because this question has a bearing on that. I want you to imagine this scene. Stanley is in a crowded train.
Right.
And even though he's in a non-smoking compartment, because he's not a smoker, is he?
No, that's right.
So he's gone into the non-smoking compartment, and he sits next to this chap who ignores the non-smoking sign, lights up cigarettes, cigars, clouds of smoke everywhere. The question is, what would Stan do in those circumstances? Would he just be quite happy to sit there among the smoke and ignore it? Be quite happy about that? Or would he not object? Would he not say anything but go out into the corridor and get a bit of fresh air? Or would he tell the man? Would he say, look, this is a non-smoking compartment. Put that fag out. What do you think he'd do from those?
Well, between you and I, Derek, I think he'd rather enjoy it, actually.
Really?
Yes, I think he quite misses smoking.
So that's the one you're going to settle for, then?
Yes, I think so.
He'd be quite happy just to sit there on horns. It wouldn't bother him.
Yes, that's it.
That's fine. Well, the last question, Madge, it's all about personal bravery. We're going to find out how brave is your Stan. And you, I suppose he must be brave, if you don't mind me saying so, because he married you, didn't he?
That's right, Derek.
Here's this question. Now, imagine Stan is walking along the riverbank when he spots somebody in the water, obviously in trouble.
Ooh.
Got the picture? There's Stan on the riverbank, spots them in trouble in the water.
That's right.
Here are the three alternatives. You ready? Would he just run off and find help? He'll go and look for somebody? Or would he try and find a stick or a rope and throw it out to pull them back to the bank for safety? Or do you think he'd just plunge straight in without even considering his own safety? You know, just be a complete hero, dive in there. Now, those are the three, but take your time, because this could be very important. £2,200.
Well, actually, Derek, you can't swim. No, but I don't think that a little bit of water would worry him too much, no.
So you're going to say, Madge, that he's just going to plunge straight in, no thought for his own safety. That's the one you're going to choose.
Definitely.
Fine, well, that's three good answers, Madge. Let's bring Stan back, shall we? See if he... What? Oh, I see. Well, look, I'm sorry, we can't bring Stan back just at the moment, but I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, and he'll be back with us for the second half of the show. And, of course, in the second half of the show, it'll be Madge's turn, your turn to go into the soundproof booth, and we're going to find out what you think of very loud music, poisonous snakes, and concentrated sulfuric acid. So join us after the break.
Come on, men, now listen to me. We're gonna cause such misery. Going hard and hard again. Bleed them dry and cause them pain. I wanna be your VAT inspector.
I want to be your VAT inspector.
I want to check your VAT.
I want to check your VAT.
We're going to take your money from you.
We're going to take your money from you.
Send 15% to me.
Send 15% to me.
Send returns in every quarter or you'll pay the penalty. We have got no sense of humour, just a sense of cruelty.
Cruelty.
Just a sense of
cruelty.
2, 3,
4, 5.
Customs in.
Excise.
Michael. What more?
Much more.
We'll make sure you're. What are all these business lunches? Do you take me for a fool? You can't claim back entertainment. That's not VAT deductible. I want to be your VAT inspector.
I want to be your VAT inspector.
I want to check your VAT.
I want to check your VAT.
We're going to take your money from you.
We're going to take your money from you.
Send 15% to me.
Send 15% to me.
I want to be your VAT inspector. I want to check your VAT. We're going to take your money from you. Send 15% to me. Input. Input. Customs in.
Excise.
Left.
Right.
Left.
Right.
Left.
Right.
Left. Right.
Well, there you go, Anne. I really like that. I'm looking forward to that one, yeah.
And there's one last new programme, isn't there, Jimmy?
Oh, yeah, well, new programme. It stars lots and lots of famous people and it's introduced by young Keith Chegwin, so it can't be bad.
Yes, it can.
It's called Celebrity Crippling Factor. Got another little clip coming up here.
Hello, boys and girls, mums, lads, and welcome to Celebrity Crippling Factor. Well, as you can see, I'm standing here in the middle of Southampton Park, and we're going to go straight over now and join Bonnie Langford, who's down on the assault course. Hello, Bonnie.
Hello, everybody. I'm the first here because I couldn't wait to start this course. It's great fun.
Well, good luck, Bonnie. Didn't she look funny, eh? Hey, she looked like an electronic deck chair. I tell you what, there must be a cortina outside with the seat covers missing. Anyway, let's go back now and see who's warming up on the assault course.
Come on, Spider-Man,
And there's Duncan Orville doing his warm-up.
He's catching me up.
Looks like Spider-Man's chasing the flies again. So we'll see you later and join us again soon when we'll have a special surprise for you on the Celebrity Crippling Factor. We'll answer back to the studio.
Hello, and welcome to Crime Watch OK. Our first case tonight comes from Manchester. It concerns the soap opera star Brian Tilsley. The heartthrob actor absconded from the Coronation Street set at Granada Studios, Manchester. And I have with me now Chief Superintendent Al Jolson of the Manchester Fraud Squad.
Good evening, Esther.
Al Jolson. Your name is a bit of a fraud in itself, is it not?
Well, Esther, it is not my real name. It is my cover.
Oh, that's super.
Chief Super.
Well, Chief Super, would you like to tell us about the work of your squad?
Yes. We are a plainclothes division.
But you're wearing a uniform.
Aha, it is my day off.
Well, perhaps you could look into your camera now and give us your report.
Certainly, Amen. We have now been joined by Chief Superintendent Al Jolson of the Manchester Fraud Squad.
No, your camera.
Oh, sorry. Good evening. Brian Tilsley escaped from the Coronation Street rehearsals 3 days ago. A studio spokesperson said he has stolen scripts for future episodes, and we believe he may attempt to sell these scripts. Should they fall into wrong hands, the consequences could prove to be fatal.
Well, we now have a reconstruction of those events, and perhaps you could talk us through it.
Certainly, Russell. Now, this is the This is the studio where Brian worked, and while walking through the reception area, Mr. Tilsley saw the said scripts and popped them into his handy toolbox, then casually legged it out of the building. Now, there is a chance that someone might have spotted Brian because he was wearing on that day his designer boiler suit and he was covered in love bites, most of which were self-inflicted. Now, one person in particular noticed Brian and watched his movements closely as he excited the building. We would like that person to come forward, preferably into the path of an oncoming truck.
Well, in order to help our public then, Chief Super, how would you describe Tilsley?
Oh, extremely boring.
And therefore, members of the public should not approach him.
Correct. Otherwise, if provoked, he could bore them to death.
A sobering thought. Out there, somewhere, he may even be watching this very programme.
Yes, he could be that desperate.
Will you appeal to him?
Pardon?
Will you appeal to him?
No, I think he prefers younger men.
No. Sorry, I mean, Chief Super, do you have a message for him?
I certainly have. Tilsley, give yourself up, lad. It's no use. Crime does not pay. Mind you, the hours are pretty good. If you want to pursue a life of crime, sooner or later, you will become a copper. I mean, come a cropper.
Thank you, Chief Super.
Thank you very much, Ernest.
Welcome back to Celebrity Crippling Factor. And here's that special surprise for you because Princess Di's walking the course with her private detective. It's a race against the clock, and the fastest celebrity to go round the course is the winner. So let's go back and see how they're getting on.
This is my favourite obstacle.
Oh, and here's Mr. Spock. Let's see how he gets over this wall.
Team me up, Scotty.
Oh, that's an enterprising little device. Enterprising, get it? Oh, and Freddy's reached the wall.
Aha! The transporter.
Oh, hello. He's got hold of Mr. Spock's thingy.
What?
Could be painful.
Hello? Scotty! Team me up, Scotty.
Oh, dear, look. He's legless again. He's only half the man he used to be. Oh, there he goes, look. He's going to leg it now. And here's Mr. Spock. Oopsie daisy, having a bit of trouble with his Klingons.
Oh, lovely sweeties, darlings.
And there's Claire Rayner. She's a lot behind. And Freddy's not, because he's going by tune.
Get back, you fool. Go on, take me. I've just been joined the goose step.
Come back, Freddy. Come back.
Oh, Freddy's gone. Oh, I didn't see Spider-Man in your tights.
We're later back to the studio. We'll see you a bit later down here on Celebrity Crippling Factor.
Hello, George.
Oh, Sippy, you made me jump.
Oh, sorry, George, sorry. What are you doing, George?
I'm reading my nursery rhyme book.
Oh, I like nursery rhymes, George. Give me one. Pardon? Oh, a nursery rhyme, George, a nursery rhyme.
All right, I'll read my favourites out to you. Here's a nice one. Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah, that must have been a surprise to the midwife. My version's better, George. Mary had a little lamb. She tied it to a pylon. 10,000 volts shot up his bum and turned his wool to nylon. Zippy!
Hey, diddle, diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon.
It must have been taking those anabolic steroids, George. Zippy! Do Tommy Tucker.
No, I'm not doing. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
all the king's horses and all the king's men. Said anyone fancy an omelette then? Here's a nice one. Georgie Porgy, pudding and pie. Kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, he kissed them too. He's funny that way. Do Tommy Tucker, George. No, I'm not going to do Tommy. Here's a sad one, Zippy. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep, and she doesn't know where to find them. I wonder if she's tried the kebab house in the High Street, George. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men, and his case comes up next Thursday. Look, do something that I like, George. All right, then, let me see him. Oh, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jumped over a candlestick. Silly boy, he should have jumped higher. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Chippy! I'm not doing any more now. I don't want to read any more. You're being rude. Oh, go on, George. No. Oh, hello, Bungle. Hello, everybody. Hello, Bungle. Yeah. What are you reading, Bungle? It's my new book of nursery rhymes. Oh, what's it called, Bungle? Satanic Verses.
Sex and violence, markings and affairs. It's all happening in Albert Square. The worst thing about it, if you ask me, it comes on a box when you just had your tea. Like when Paulie really got the just 'cause Arthur was going off his chum. All day long he'd hang around the place, playing with his jigsaw, staring into space. EastEnders, we all watch Albert Square. It may be alright on a Tuesday night, but I'm glad I don't live there. Dirty Tender Gaffer of the pub, he put Michelle Fowler in a club. Den's wife Fancy, she left home of course, when he went and told her give us a divorce. Then there's Ethel, she's been feeling ill, she couldn't find a willy, I know how she feels. Then there's Mary, here's a sheet of pain, got so skinned she went out on the game. The EastEnders, we all watch Albert Square. It may be alright on a Thursday night, but I'm glad I don't live there. Poor Big Deal, it really drove me mad when Pat told him he wasn't Wixie's dad. She said Kenny was the father of his son, but what we hear, it could be anyone. That Dot Cotton, well, she moans and sighs with a son like Nick, was hardly surprised. Colin and Barry, always on the scene. They're nice boys, if you know what I mean. EastEnders, we all watch Albert Square. It may be okay when it's on Sunday, but I'm glad I don't live there. Now if you're feeling happy and everything's alright, you're feeling like a king and life is pure delight, just tune in and listen to their chat and say goodbye to happiness and put an end to that. Oh, EastEnders, we all watch Albert Square. It may be alright on any blooming night, but I'm glad I don't live there. All right, Chess? All right, Dave. Hey!
Chances that one. I've seen him with the girl. He was after you. Here, hold on a minute, will you? Let's catch me breath. Yeah, you can't hang around there. These streets ain't safe for a girl by herself lately. What you worried about? Well, think I'm going to bump into you, eh? Oh, come on, Vic. Do you reckon he goes after bad girl? Well, all right then. I'll see you later. But don't do anything I wouldn't do, will you? Darling, there isn't anything you wouldn't do, eh? Taking care. Go on. Don't you come any closer! Here! I'm a good girl, I am!
done. When it comes to rapping, I'm the #1. Gonna make you quiver and you wanna shout. I'm the guy all London's talking about. Well, I guess you know just why I'm here. Gonna make you tremble and I'll make you fear. See, I slay him here and I slay him there with a dance that makes even Fred stare. I'm Jack. Jack the Rapper. Jack the Rapper. I'm one mean dude and a real foot tapper. I'm Jack. He's Jack. And so it's said, when you dance with me, you get left for dead. Get down.
Well, I heard of you, and it ain't a lie. When it comes to rap, you're the only guy. But you cut a throat when you cut a rug, so I'm getting out, cause I ain't a man. You're Jack. Jack the Rapper. And I'm gonna run just like the class. I'm Jack. He's Jack. And I'll bird and state that dance with you leaves a girl prostrate.
Well, I'm Sherlock H. out of Baker Street, and I'm getting down to the hip-hop beat. I'm after Jack, because it is a sin that he dances good, but he will cut in.
He's Jack, Jack the Rapper. Disco dancing finger snapper, he's Jack.
That's me.
You're autopile. Sherlock, baby, is on your trail. Hip-hop.
Well, I guess you know that you had your chips, and you can't escape from these swinging hits. Gonna party down, gonna booty hot, but you got yourself in an awful spot. Better give up, Jack. Put you in my sight. You're going to pay for it. Maybe with your life. Since you can't get out, better get on down. Better raise your hands. Better hit the ground.
Raise your hands. Better hit the ground.
I'm Jack.
Jack the Rapper.
That's right. Don't fight me, cause I'm a scrap. Hey, Jack.
He's Jack.
What's the score? My feet just won't stay still no more.
He's Jack.
I'm Jack.
Jack the Rapper. Chasing a girl with a hump to track. That's Jack. He's Jack, and he's bound to win, cause the music's beat gets under your skin.